Why, hello there everyone, I'm Laxow, aka the Kumo Sensei. Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu, yoshong ne shado. And to my friends who speak Portuguese, they'd say to use a bit more of the casual speaking terms, so hola pessoal. But without further ado, let us continue. So today, as promised, we are going to be feeding our Monocentropus balfouri, also known as the Socotra Island blue-leg baboon tarantula. So all of these juveniles that you're seeing here, the majority of them are female, and the males that I had either matured out or they're penultimate, and you will see one male matured out in this video, and it's kind of interesting because he's a very dark mature male. So a lot of my mature males are already sent off or sold away to other people, such as other breeders, etc. So yeah, a lot of these juveniles are female, and when it comes to feeding in balfouri, I gotta be honest, it's really hit or miss. Sometimes they eat, sometimes they don't. In my experience, M. balfouri are some of the worst eaters, but that's just my personal experience. To each their own. Some people may have specimens that eat better than others, but for me it's always hit or miss. And you'll see in this video that some of these M. balfouri have relatively thin abdomens, and it's not because I'm starving them, it's just because they don't eat as well as others. So some of these are going to be more plump, and some of these are going to be a bit more on the skinnier side. But I promise you, all of these are healthy, and pretty much most of them will eat, so don't worry about it, guys. So let's talk about the M. balfouri and other countries. Here in the United States, they're relatively affordable, and pretty much everybody breeds this species because they're relatively easy to breed in the hobby. Now it seems like in some countries, this species is actually relatively expensive and rare. So it really just goes to show you how some species are more expensive or cheaper in other countries, depending on where you live. Now some of you may be asking, Laxow, how much are these M. balfouri worth for these juveniles? And I say an unsexed juvenile of this size is about $35 to $50, but I think $40 is a fair asking price for a 2-inch unsexed juvenile. Now since the majority of these are female, I'd say around this size, they're probably worth around $75. Now in other countries, it could be worth more or less depending on where you live, but that'll be my price for me personally here in the United States. But the problem is that in the United States, people inflate prices like crazy. So really what you're seeing online is pretty much an inflated, overpriced tarantula. So if you're trying to get a better deal, you're going to have to look around pretty hard. But hey, I don't want to knock anyone's business about their pricing. So really, that's not for me to decide. So to each their own. Now for me personally, this species is too easy to breed, which is why I price my tarantulas that low. In my personal honest, I don't want to say expert, but just my opinion in general in terms of pricing here in the United States for this species. And you can just look at this video and tell that I have a lot of specimens, too many specimens of the species. And I'm actually still giving away some of my slings to some other fellow tarantula breeders and some aspiring tarantula breeders, and I think I need to re-clarify this. So a couple to a few videos back, I stated that I was giving away some M. balfouri slings to people I know, and for some reason everybody was reaching out asking for some free slings. And as I stated, I usually give out free tarantulas only to people I either work with or people that have proven records. Now sometimes I do give aspiring or new tarantula breeders a chance, so I do give slings to them as well, but very rarely. So if you're just a typical tarantula hobbyist and you're coming to me asking for slings, I'm not going to hand any of them to you. Even if you have 1,000 tarantulas, I'm not going to choose you. Now if you're a tarantula breeder, I'm going to need proof, because you can't just come up to me and say, hey, I bred this and that. I need to see either records and pictures or videos, because people can lie pretty easily, and if you want to see mine, they're on this channel. But just for the record, if you have a proven record and you want me to hand you some slings, I'm going to need to see evidence. And I know I sound a bit harsh and a bit stingy, but I'm not. It's just because I'm cautious and I don't want to hand down my tarantula slings to somebody who's going to either scam people or just for the purpose of just having slings. Now I still do have some slings I'm withholding because the shipping is not so great, and it is winter, so the temps are not too good for shipping. So I am kind of waiting it out, but I still do have some slings I'd like to give away, and probably sell actually, maybe wholesale. And I'll just leave it at that for now. But if you want to contact me, by all means, I have an email down in the description, so by all means feel free to do so. And don't worry, I don't bite. and I'm actually kind of tired. It is 2 a.m. here in the morning, so yeah. It's pretty late as I'm editing this video, so I apologize if I sound tired, because I am tired. So the reason why I'm editing this late is because I work essentially today. Well, later today that is, since it's early in the morning. By the time you're seeing this video, I will be at work most likely, so that's the reason why I'm clutch timing here, trying to get this video out on time. And oh boy, I have to be honest, this year has been very rough, so it has been nothing but work, clutch, and one problem at a time. But I'm glad that things are still going on and that I'm still here, so let's wait and see what happens. Now, I did get back one of my jobs that I got fired from. It was a seasonal job, but it was something I'm passionate about. It doesn't pay well, but it's something I like to do, and I'm glad I got it back. And I think a few videos back I stated I got fired, but now I got it back and I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm guessing things are slowly turning back around for me. But still, editing is very tiring. So when it comes to the video making process, a lot of people ask me how do I make videos on topics and whatnot. I really don't. My videos is essentially things that happen on a weekly basis. And if you go way back, I mean way back, I believe that's what I named my videos, the Tarantula Breeder's Diary, because it's essentially what I do on a weekly basis. So I really don't have actual videos planned out. It's more so of just things I do as a tarantula breeder. Even now, I don't really consider myself a tarantula YouTuber. I put myself as a tarantula hobbyist and breeder first over YouTube. So I don't plan on my videos or edit my videos as a way for views. It's more so of the way I enjoy things. So I say that so people don't misinterpret my approach to video making. It's not because I want views, it's just because it's my style that I like and what I enjoy to put out. So if you ask me right now, what is my plan for next week's video? The honest answer is, I don't really know. Because like I stated, I don't plan my videos ahead of time. It really just whatever happens that I need to do in my collection within that week. So I guess I'll wrap it up here for today's video. So as the typical, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around. I upload every single Tuesday and Friday here on this channel, and also support me on my IG and on Patreon. And with that, stay lax and Laxow out from the Kumo Sensei.